Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Lost Judgment. So today we're gonna do the school stories of the MRC. So let's go, let's do it. Be good?
Yagami-san.
Okay, you ready, Yagami-san? Okay, from here on out, the school stories will commence the truth. Once they start, everything else will be put on hold. Yes. I'm good.
Yeah.
Good to go. Well then, let's look back on each incident that the MRC's investigated so we can hopefully gain a better perspective. This is gonna be fun.
Suspicious.
The dance club. Okay, in the dance club, Maika Tanahashi got her sugar baby gigs through the professor's message board. Okay, this is what has led us to discovering the actual site on the dark web. Students post on the site by using an exclusive browser and register by using their student IDs.
In other words,
As such, we've come to the conclusion that the professor has very advanced knowledge of computer and networking programming. That, or he's got someone in his crew with the knowledge.
now that you mention it,
As for Takanashi's motive for becoming a sugar baby, that was a rather unexpected development. Yes.
Yeah.
The person who Takanashi went through all that effort for was Kotoko Itukura. Yes, her. I wanna see though. Kyoko Amasawa. Let's just see. I believe it was this person. What? Why would that be the case?
Nah.
Okay. Don't you remember at first you thought she might have been doing it for herself, but learned she was making the money for someone else? Yes. It's Kotoko. I just wanted to see the reaction. Kotoko Itakura. Okay, last semester Itakura was the chairman of the Cultural Festival Committee. Takanashi was a member of that committee too. Okay, the other members got sick of Itakura's poor attitude and eventually everyone began ignoring her. Yes. By the end of it, everyone had turned their backs on her.
yes.
That had been very rough. At any rate, the result was a colossal failure of a cultural festival and Itakura-san hasn't been seen in class ever since. Thus, the identity of the dance club sugar baby was revealed, but the case didn't end there. Someone by the username of Dancing Bunny posted a request for a physical assault of Norizuki-san's captain of a rival dance troupe. And the person who requested the hit turned out to be a surprise to us. Yes. The true identity of the poster requested attack on Yuri Norizuki is Kaoru Komikado-sensei. He was a dance club advisor, Komikado. He used Nishizono's Dancing Bunny account to make the request. Except, according to Sakakiba, the professor actually never granted the request despite the generous offer from Komikado. What we can deduce from this is that the professor's motives behind his machinations are not actually monetary in nature. Okay, that does make me wonder what the professor's criteria for selecting posts. Okay. Next, Emily-chan. I wanna just see Emily-chan again. Emily S. Mochizuki, popular employee of the girls bar Girls Bite. Kizuna Ashihara, a third year at Sarayu, lied about his age and frequently visited her along with the members of the Neo Keihin gang. Ashihara-kun supposedly joined the Neo Keihin gang thanks to his senpai. That was the unique part of this case. Ashihara had no contact whatsoever with the professor.
Wait a minute.
In other words, he wasn't one of the professor's targets for delinquency. However, Ashihara-kun happened to overhear some key info about the professor while he was at Neo Keihin gang's hideout. When Koga hung up after a certain phone call, he muttered something to himself. That brat, yes. That brat, supposedly. That's what Ashihara heard Koga say. The fact that he said brat must mean the professor's quite younger than Koga. He's most likely around 40, so we can expect the professor to be in his teens, maybe early 20s. Okay, this one. The casino. Kohaku Hayakawa, a female student of the board game club, she started going to an underground casino here in town looking for thrills. Since minors aren't usually allowed in casinos, Hayakawa got access by borrowing her brother's membership card. She even impersonated her brother whenever she went to gamble. In the end, though, we learned that she had nothing to do with the professor.
Excuse me.
Since her case won't contribute anything to our work with the professor, I'll go ahead and exclude her. Yes. Next. Genya Sanbonmatsu, the head of the Serio High School Esports Club.
Yes.
He seemed to have acquired the program in his joystick from the professor. And apparently it's too advanced for any normal high school student to have developed it.
In other words,
Which should mean the professor has an unusual high technical skill.
what
The photography club. Kanto Hikawa, former president of the photography club, he'd been blackmailing Saiga Sensei to save up for his college tuition. Thanks to the professor's website, Hikawa-kun found that Saiga Sensei was having an affair. The professor supposedly reached out to Hikawa-kun to make his first contact rather than vice
In
versa.
other words,
Which means Hikawa was one of the professor's targets.
suspicious.
The skaters. Kishinosuke Shikishima, leader of the Ijincho Hounds, a local skateboarding community. He was also the culprit responsible for drawing the graffiti that suddenly appeared on the walls of Stereo. The professor just so happened to be, or the motive that graffiti. Shikishima received a direct request from the professor via the website's private messaging system. That was what led him to attack the school. Graffiti is the perfect blend of crime and art. So basically this guy's nothing, right? The short, what do you call the short clubs, we don't really have anything with them. Okay, the boxing gym. Shikiri. Okay, the Todoroki boxing gym. This is the payback boxer case. Some kid or masked kid kept picking fights with the martial arts experts and other rough and tumble types out on the street. And in the end, we figured out who he really was. Kenya Oshikiri. It was Kenya Oshikiri. He's a former karate club member who turned out to be the wonderkind of Todoroki's gym. In fact, we even have evidence of Oshikiri's motive. It was, this one, the fixed match evidence. This is why. Oshikiri only entered the Genbukai to try to overcome his fear of his father, Fudo. Problem is, he found out that all his fights were fakes in his favor. His champion status was a setup for the showrunners to line their pockets.
In other words,
And he learned it from the professor, who sent him all the evidence he needed to see the truth for himself.
Which means,
Which leads us to the question, why would the professor reveal his own hand like
in
that?
other words,
Had this news of match fixing a leak to the public, people would stop betting. The Genbukai racket would be done for, and we can at least assume that money is not the
if I
motive.
have this right,
Looks like the professor's motive is a major key to solving this case. Okay, the robotics. The robotics club. I nosed around there after reports of the robot cut purses in the city. As a result, we discovered that the thieving robot's designer was Tetsuro Kuromazaki. Kuromazaki-kun. To be honest, I suspected Okitagawa-kun. It's a shame I misjudged the truth. Luckily, you were able to get our hands on something juicy at that lab. A key piece of evidence that points towards the professor's motive behind instigating all this criminal behavior. Order notes. Yeah, this one. That would be the copies of the email correspondence with the professor, which we found on the lab's laptop. The professor was explicitly plotting with the Neo Kane gang to turn Kuromazaki-kun and the 7 other specific students to the wrong side of the law.
in other words,
So 8 students total. We still don't know why he chose them. But I believe that out will be the key to discovering the professor's identity. The biker gang. The last one. The leader of the Made in Heaven, Yuma So. He went from disciplinary committee to biker gang practically overnight.
yes,
It turned out that Suo-kun's mother had forbade him from participating in motocross, so he was doing what he could to suppress the desire of his while still having an outlet for it. Right, and the professor picked on that jealousy, so he exploited it by manipulating Suo through certain means. This one, the letter, right? Yes. Apparently he was so tipped off by the letter he found in the committee suggestion box from a Prof M. Pretty safe to say if that was the professor. Wait, this was supposed to be or by the fact that the letter was dropped off directly in the committee suggestion box. Since it's located on campus, I find it highly unlikely that the professor attends or works at our school. We mustn't forget though, there was one more key figure in this case. An individual connected to the Neo Keihin gang. And that would be this dude, Dan Murasaki. Reiji's brother. Dan Murasaki, aka Ghost. He's the younger brother of the legendary gang founder, Reiji Murasaki. Dan's goal was to rise to the top of Ijinjo's underworld so he could step out from his brother's shadow and make a name for himself. Koga, the Neo Keihin gang's leader, took notice of him and used his ambition for their own gain. They were trying to make up for the lack of heavy hitters by making Dan Murasaki the rep of Made in Heaven and recruiting him into the Neo Keihin gang.
Now that you mention it.
This Koga really must have wanted to win the professor's favor given how he thought of this as a sort of offering to the professor. Yes, we did it all. Alright, we've gone through all the information we have so far. The biggest thing is we still don't know this professor's motive behind selecting those 8 specific students to lead astray.
Yeah.
Out of the 8, we know one person for absolute certain. Kuromazaki-kun in the robotics club.
Yes.
True. Correct. Now, if you include 6 individuals who we know were directly approached by the professor.
In
Okay,
other
remove it.
words,
We're up to 7.
Hmm.
Wait, one more person left.
which means
Assuming our theory is correct, there should be one student remaining who was led astray by the professor.
Yeah.
Who could it be? Maybe the student actually has been involved in illegal activity this whole time, and we just haven't caught wind of it yet?
yes.
Perhaps you're right. We must figure out who this last individual is as soon as possible. How though? We've done all the clubs. From Kento.
Kento.
What is it, Kento? Oh, sis. Thank God. Where are you right now? At HQ with Yagami-san. Okay. Perfect. I'm actually at Popo in front of the station right now, and I've got a bit of situation.
Hey.
Okay, what's wrong? Well... Hey, you little bastard. Aw, crap. Kento? Sorry, call you right back.
Hey.
What? Okay, someone is attacking him. What was that? Everything alright?
No.
I'm not sure, but it sounds like Kento's in some kind of trouble. Okay, that's not good. Where is he? He said he's at Popo in front of the station. Okay, let's go.
Yagami-san.
Okay, I'll ask the clerk inside. Where's Kento? I'll scope out the area. Is that his bag? Amasawa, isn't that... It's Kento's bag. It's Kento's. The wallet I gave him for his birthday is inside.
Seriously?
No way. Kento's wallet. I'll ask the clerk what happened. You stay here, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Did imagine if the professor was Kento? I see. So, no idea where he went.
Yagami-san.
Okay, what happened to Kento? Apparently, he was here with a woman in her late 30s who was dressed amorously.
Huh?
An older woman? They both got dragged into a black car by some guys who looked like a Yakuza. They just took off.
No way.
Yagami-san, do you think it was a Neo Keihin gang? Maybe they grabbed him because we were getting close to the professor. It's hard to say. Whatever the reason, we need to find Kento-kun. If we only could figure out where they took him.
What should I do?
Kento, where did you go? Okay, I need Rampo. Rampo!
All right, let's go.
Who's a good boy?
I believe in you, buddy.
Oh, you know where he went?
I see.
Rampo, how could I forget about him? Alright, Rampo, this is your time to shine. Let's go, Rampo. Let's find him.
Got something?
I'm coming with you.
Oh, there's
This way,
graffiti
huh?
there. Look. Move.
Doing great. Got something?
But yeah, Kento was with an older woman? They said, right? Why though? Why? Kento, you dog. But yeah, let's see what happened to him. Where did he go? I mean, he got kidnapped for sure, but why was he with a woman? We're gonna have to know. Honestly, if let's say we have another judgment game, hopefully Amasawa returns, right?
Doing
And
great.
even just Amasawa. She's a really good sidekick to Yagami. Okay, Kensei-kun should be somewhere around here. What is this place? Okay, let go of me. Oh, it's Kento. Hey, that's Kento's voice. Okay, guess now it's not the time to mess with the intercom. Oh, that's the woman. He got baited. Kento-kun.
Yagami-san! Ah?
The hell do you want? Eat it. Right, like telling you is gonna change how this goes. I'll take every single one of you on. Bring it. What in the... What's this guy deal? Let's just kill his ass.
Let's go.
I want to grab this one though. Hit the trash can there. Kento, are you okay?
Kento-kun?
Are you alright? Yagami-san, I'm so sorry. Well, let's go out of here. Or let's get out of here, I mean. 10,000 SP.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, sis.
Hey,
Apologies are appreciated, but they aren't explanations. Now explain yourself.
So, actually,
Okay, she was my sugar mama. What?
What was that?
I'm sorry, you're what?
so,
Well, if a lady wants to date a younger guy and she's willing to spend the money... Yeah, no, I get it. Opposite of a sugar daddy. Okay, that's not what I meant. Okay, turns out she's also seeing this guy who's kinda in the Yakuza. You little idiot.
Hey.
How did you meet her in the first place? Well, I used the professor's site.
Huh?
What?
what?
You've been posting there? Isn't that a horrible place?
sorry.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really sorry.
What?
I can't believe you, Kento. All while we were chasing after the professor. Kento-kun, how long have you been doing this? For like 2 months now? I started pretty soon after I first heard about the site from a friend. I was just reading the site and posting for fun and nothing serious. Then one day I got a DM from the professor. It said, I'm well aware of your looks and social skills. You can make some serious spending money doing this, and had a little job description after that.
No way.
So you got the idea of the professor whispered in your ear.
Now that you mention it.
Okay, the professor's goal is to make 8 students become delinquent in some way or the other, correct?
Yeah.
So Kento is the 8th one, and we're pretty sure we know who the 7 of them are.
Which means,
Well, perhaps the last student is actually Kento.
I guess so.
You know, it could be. Me?
Yeah.
Yep, and just like that, we have our 8.
Hey,
Well, Amasawa, now that we got a full list, we can finally work out the professor's motive. Yes, I think we're finally ready for some serious looting. Firstly, the professor's motive isn't monetary, so what other motives could we possibly theorize? Okay, let's see. For money, for love, for revenge, there are plenty of potential reasons. Yeah, that's true.
Amasawa.
Say, Amasawa, what do you think would happen if we weren't there to set those kids straight? Okay, what would have happened? Well, they obviously would have continued their delinquent behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's safe to say, but it's also very likely that they would have been caught eventually. Every time a crime is repeated, the risk of discovery increases. In all of the cases we looked into, the police would have caught the kids eventually if they took the investigation seriously enough. I suppose that's true.
Which means...
Oh, so in other words,
Yeah.
we can predict the outcome the professor was hoping for. They'd get caught and punished. Yeah, this one. There's a good chance they would have been gotten caught and punished for their crimes in some way. Yeah, that seems the most natural outcome. Most likely sent to an institution of some sort, expelled from school, and possibly even turned into a criminal case. What if that was the goal?
In
Oh.
other words...
You're saying the professor's goal was to set or to get those students out of Serio? By getting them in enough trouble to be expelled or incarcerated.
Yeah.
But it's just a theory
I
for
see.
now. Okay. But it does make quite a lot of sense in this scenario.
Amasawa.
Okay, let's see if this line of thought leads us to the professor's identity. We can move on if not. So, what to do with the 8 people in our list have in common? What indeed? What was the professor's criteria for selecting the students? Hang on. Okay, these are... Okay, what is it, Kento? Nah, it's just a coincidence, right?
Kento-kun.
You notice something, Kento-kun?
No.
Well, you were talking about what they might have in common, so I just gave it a thought, and... But there's no way I'm right. I'm terrible at detective stuff, you know? Then tell me then.
Hey,
Just tell us, Kento.
So,
Well, all 8 students,
actually,
we were in the cultural festival committee.
What was that?
They were what? All of them were in the culture festival committee. Oh shit, is it Itakura? Oh. Are you sure? Yeah, there should be a picture somewhere. Found it. Here. It's Itakura. Look at him, it's all of them. See, all 8 of us. What is this?
Really?
It can't be. She was here all along.
no way.
Yagami-san, doesn't this mean...
Yeah.
Yes, it does. We know someone with a motive for turning these 8 serious students into bad apples. She wants her revenge.
In other words,
And the series ties everything we learned about the professor together into a neat little lead. What do you mean? Let's start by summarizing the professor's motive. At this point, it's safe to say revenge. Yes. I agree. Revenge sounds like the most fitting motive if the end goal was to get those students expelled or punished. Okay, next up, we already deduced that the professor has an advanced knowledge of computer programming and networking. Considering their complicated darknet forum, the cheat tool and the betting site for the Gingbukai. I mean, she was good in programming, right? Yeah. Ichikura was good. I suspect those skills are what drove Koga to curry favor with the professor to benefit the Niyukein gang. Also, the delinquent who went to the girls' bar, Kizuna Ashiwara, heard something important when he saw Koga. He had called someone a brat after hanging his phone. He was like talking to the professor. A brat. Lastly, and this is the big one, there's only one person from the culture committee who hasn't been caught in any kind of delinquency. Someone who definitely has a motive to seek revenge on the other committee members. And someone with such advanced computer skills, I wouldn't be surprised if that knowledge extended to the websites
I
too.
think we finally know who the professor is.
It's Kyoko Amasawa. I just want to see. In actuality. What? Why? I had someone else in mind.
Yagami-san.
Yeah,
Dude, why didn't they have like a comedy, something like that?
I think we finally know who the professor is.
Like, for example, we chose Kyoko. She was like, me? Why me? No. It was not like that. It's Sakura, yes. Can you zoom in? It's unfortunate, but she fits the profile to a T.
In other words,
You're right. The professor's true identity is Kotoko Itakura. What? But Itakura? Don't you see? The cultural festival wasn't just a flop for Seiryohai, it was a catastrophic blow to Itakura's ego. It may have been due to her own attitude, but she had to deal with the committee members arguing with her, blowing off their duties and even boycotting meetings. The culture festival was destined to be a failure with that kind of situation, but she still took it so hard that she stopped coming to school entirely. You would really be surprised to find out she had a grudge against her former committee members this whole time.
Real.
No way.
Yes.
Not only that, Itakura-san is very proficient with computers. She put together that mystery trick encyclopedia in no time, and it's professional level work. She also tutored Sakura-san in the robotics club with his programming. But the professor was selling answers to mock exams and stuff on the site, right? You'd have to steal that from the cram school's computers or something. Only a professional hacker could pull that off. About that, there's still something that's been coming to mind every so often. At first, it was just a curious discovery that didn't mean much of anything. What is it, Amasawa?
Excuse me.
Well, when I had to go undercover at Todoroki's gym, do you remember when Itakura-san found a photo of Fudo Ushikiri in that weekly magazine? Yes. Yeah, I remember.
That being said,
Well, I did some research on that picture. Turns out the article it appeared in was pulled several years ago due to legal claim.
what was that?
What?
yes.
I tried to reverse image searching the photo, but it all seems all the digital versions of the article were pulled as well. My guess would be that Omi Alliance pressured them into self-censorship at some point. Whatever the case, the fact is that no one should have been able to find that picture unless they somehow accessed the publisher's servers.
In other words,
So you think Itakura might actually be that good at hacking?
Yes.
Yes, it's quite likely. Recall how Fudo Ushikiri turned out to be the key to the Payback Boxers case? What if Itakura fed us that information so Ushikiri's crimes would be exposed and he'd face criminal charges? No way. What kind of high schooler would be thinking that far ahead?
That being said,
I just can't believe it. Not yet. And not Itakura-san, I know.
Amasawa.
Well, let's ask her to come meet with us. We should ask her face to face. And hope the only thing that comes of it is a good laugh.
yes.
Agreed. She usually drops by the club room around this time. I'll try reaching out to her. She's here.
Amasawa senpai.
Did you need something? Why is it super loud? Amasawa senpai. We got you.
Oh,
It was you. It was you all along. There you are, Itakura. We just had a quick question for you. Won't take long. Would be nice if she laughed, right? Or like Yagami Light from Death Note when he got caught in the ending, right? I guess she can't get away. But yeah, she just ran away now. Oh, she locked the door. What the hell? Come on, it's stuck.
no way.
Okay, I think she locked us in.
Really?
Wait, did she bring a key with her in case this happened? Kick it, Yagami, kick it. Open, damn it. That's a steel door, that's gonna be hard. Okay, it opened. My arm, it hurts. It's nighttime now. Where is she? Hey you, our girl just came out of here, right? Kotoko Itakura. Me? Are you talking to me? Itakura-san, yeah, I saw her. Which way did she go? Out towards the front gate. Outside, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. God damn it, we can't lose her. See her anywhere?
Yagami-san!
Look! Oh, she's right there. Itakura.
Hey!
Okay, Kenta, I'll take it from here. It's probably best that you don't get involved. Yeah, no problem.
Itakura.
Running through the courtyard wiped me out. Exercise really isn't my thing.
Will you talk to us now?
Knowing how perceptive you are, I bet you knew what we were going to ask just by looking around the room, right? But no, it's nothing more than a theory. I'd really prefer to learn this was a misunderstanding.
So, Itakura, if we wanted to run our theory by you, would you deny it? Would you?
How weak. Nothing's worse than detectives who don't trust their hunches. Yep, I'm the professor. I'm the one who turned all the cultural committee members into delinquents.
Shit.
No way! You're kidding me! When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Isn't that right, Amasawa-senpai? A real detective faces every truth equally. But why? You seemed like you were finally happy in the MRC. Tell me, why?
It's time to talk. Why did you go through all this effort?
Well, when I first made the website, it was really just because I was bored at home. Eventually, all sorts of people started posting. People venting about their parents or their teachers. People who needed quick money. People craving revenge. And the more advice I gave them to achieve their desires, the more popular I became. Before I really knew it, people had started calling me the professor. Well, why did you meddle with the lives of your cultural committee? Was that for revenge? Revenge? Kinda. I mean, I just figured it'd be easier for me to go back to school if I got rid of all the people I hate. But now, none of that matters.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Professor.
It's Koga.
Koga, you're late.
My apologies.
She summoned Koga here to protect herself?
I see now. Her confession was just to buy her time.
Koga, you've really hit rock bottom. So broke that you have to lean on a schoolgirl?
Goodness, you really are unbelievable. I suppose you're only capable of surface-level observations after all.
What?
She's already a professional-level hacker. We partnered with her because we are genuinely impressed with her talent. We don't think of her as a mere high schooler, like you seem to be doing. Not that I should expect someone as narrow-minded as yourself to see the true value of the professor. After all, a hacker's age is irrelevant to their work. Consider the US Department of Defense. Their website was hacked by a high schooler, and they in turn praised his achievement. Or the recent incident of a 16-year-old netting tens of millions of yen through cryptocurrency. I've even heard of criminal organizations in South America training children to be hackers. This proves my premise. A hacker's age has nothing to do with ability. We intend to nurture her talents for the sake of the Neo Keihin gang, to surpass even our previous efforts.
He wants to get even bigger Kane
Koga,
gang than
tell me,
originally.
what's your scheme here? I know you weren't turning all these kids rotten without some kind of reason.
We shall utilize the dark web to create the greatest black market ever. The student forum and gambling website were nothing but practice runs for our true vision.
You're making a black market site?
My firm, Koga and Company, has been dealing in illicit goods such as firearms for several years now.
Come to think of it, he's been selling guns to the public in Kamurocho too. Yes, this wasn't the first game.
Unfortunately, the underground economy is already flooded with competition, not to mention your meddling. It's nigh impossible for newcomers such as ourselves to break into a market where there are such dominant powers. However, the dark web is still largely unexplored territory. An entirely untraceable, secure territory at that. Despite these benefits, no one has capitalized on this untapped potential within our country. This means the entirety of online criminal business in all of Japan is ours for the taking.
Itakura, this sound like something you want to do? Help Koga enable violence across the whole country?
I just can't take the horrible cliquishness of it all anymore. Ever since that godforsaken festival.
Okay, just like I thought, she's still trying to cope with what happened in the Culture Festival Committee.
And it's not like it ends with school. I'm trying to fit in at some desk job for the rest of my life. Just the thought of it makes me sick. I refuse to live in constant fear of getting excluded for no reason beyond getting on someone popular's bad side. That's why I've dedicated all my efforts to what's most important in life. The strength to stand alone. Itakura-san.
Well, Professor, let's take our leave.
Please, it's too cold out.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Koga. Let's go. We have plenty of work to do.
No, she's leaving.
Itakura, stop! Are you really sure about this? Joining up with such terrible people?
I've made up my mind.
Yagami-san, I suggest you stop interfering. Unless you want to see what'll happen to the girl if you don't.
Oh shit.
Yes.
We're gonna die.
Just stay right where you are. Heed my words. Pursue us, and the girl gets one right through the skull.
Itakura-san, why?
I mean the way she's leaving there, she's the boss. Yagami-san, what should we do? She wasn't shivering, she was trembling.
What?
What?
Excuse me.
What are you talking about, Yagami-san? Never mind. Our next move is to track down Itakura and figure out how to rescue her. Would it really be a rescue though? She rather seemed to prefer leaving with them. We just have to find her and talk her out of it somehow. Messing around with that gang is only going to end poorly for her. Plus,
Amasawa,
we can't let a member of the MRC go down the wrong path that easily. That'd make me one crappy advisor, wouldn't it?
Huh.
You're absolutely right. And one more thing. You forgot an important point, Amasawa.
After all,
A truly artful.
detective can solve incidents before they even occur, right?
Yes, yes. You got me there. We sure have our work cut out for us, though. Let's head back to the club room. I want to talk to about our next steps.
Yes.
Alright, sounds good. Kento.
Yagami-san!
Yagami-san. Don't shout. I'm right here next to you. Where's Itakura? We're not sure. A Koga from the Neo King gang. He took her. They took her, yes. What? She got kidnapped.
No.
No, Itakura seemed to want to go with him. Wait, what? So, what do we do now? We get to work.
Right.
Wow, I mean, I get it, but... Where do you think she went? Do you know about anything about the Neo King gang having a hideout?
Nope.
Back when I was investigating the robotics lab, I found a spot that seems like it was theirs. Unfortunately, they probably moved on from there by now. Oh.
But
Luckily, we do have one lead to work with. I actually memorized the license plate of the car that took Itakura.
Huh?
What? You did? That's crazy. Yeah, it was basically out of instinct. Although the police would be the only ones who could do something about it. Should we file a report then? That you saw a minor get kidnapped?
Nope.
No, that should be our last resort. Getting the police involved guarantees Itakura ends up in some serious trouble. True. That's true. Should we split up and search a town ourselves? We know they have to be based somewhere in Ijincho.
No.
That'd take forever with just 3 of us. Ijincho's freaking huge. I mean, true. Twice as big as Kamurocho. Wait, maybe we could actually make it work.
What?
Huh? If we have the car's license plate number, there is one way that we might be able to track it down. We could ask Shikumo. We could ask all my Serio contacts. There's one thing that might work. We ask everyone to lend us a hand.
What?
Who's everyone exactly? The dance club, Emily-chan, the girls' bike. All of them, all the students I've met here at Serio. Ijincho's definitely too big for the 3 of us, but not for dozens of people. The numbers are on our side that way. Oh, now there's a way to go about it. Yeah, since we know the car's license plate, we won't have to worry about the false IDs either. This could actually work.
yeah,
Yeah, it's time to work together and crack it for good. Okay, we're gonna see all of them now. Okay, here we go. Get the biker gang.
Hey guys, sorry to have you come here so late. Like I told you before, the cops can't get involved in this. That's why I need your help.
Sure, but why do you need us, though?
Well, it's to rescue Itakura. Beyond that, though, I can't share the details. Sorry.
Hey, Yagami. This is weird. Beyond a couple of exceptions, everyone here was on the Cultural Festival Committee at the same time as Itakura. And she was the one who we all kinda, you know.
Oh, now that you mention it.
And you've been after this professor person. Is that related to this somehow?
Well,
I
look
can't
could
say
be
it's
right.
unrelated. I also
Fine.
can't say each of you had no part in the events leading up to this either.
I see. I don't know what's going on, but I knew we'd have to face the music someday.
Same here. And it's always bugged me. I feel terrible that I've never summoned the courage to apologize either.
Yeah, but I was basically just a shadow member on the committee, remember? I only joined in the first place because I drew the short straw.
Yeah, but you still showed up at meetings, at least at first. Even though all you did was eat our snacks.
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, and you gave Kotoko a real attitude, too. In fact, you were one of the first to give her the cold shoulder. Don't tell me you forgot, either.
Did I really?
You sure did. So, don't go
go pretending none of this applies to you.
Guys, I just need you to do one thing for me. I'm gonna give you a license plate number. I want you to search the town high and low for that car. It's a black four-door sedan. And I'm talking about covering the entire town. So we're gonna need serious numbers on this. Ask your friends to lend a hand if you can.
Yagami, don't you worry about it. If you need the help, I'll round up Made in Heaven for you.
Oh, that'd be a huge help.
Yes.
Yagami-san, you have the Robotics Club support as well. Tokura-san is a highly valued member of the team.
And you know the rabbits would be happy to help if it's for you, Yagami-san.
The rabbits.
We're out and about so much, we know the city like the back of our hands. We'll
Hap
find that
step
car, no
rabbits.
problem.
Thank you, Kitagawa. Ishizono. All right, everyone. Hit me up the moment you see that car.
Understood.
What do you mean Itokura-senpai's missing?
I don't know all the details. Let's just trust Yagami-san on this one. Besides, if one of our own is in danger, then we're all in danger until we mount a rescue.
Yeah, you're right. So, what's the plan, Okitagawa?
We're going to handle this the way we know best. Here's our strategy.
All right, rabbits. Time for us to comb the town. Go! Hop, set, rabbit! Woo!
We actually did it in English now. Okay.
A pro? At what?
No. She goes by the Professor.
Huh? That's English, though.
Yeah, sure is. Get with the times.
Oh, you little asshole! Don't you throw that foreign bullshit at me! The Japanese word is sensei!
You're so embarrassing.
You're speaking in English, sir.
Heaven rise again tonight, fellas!
Super
Let's
sensual.
fire 'em up! Yeah!
Hey, thank you, everyone.
Yagami-san,
I'll ask the karate club guys and my girlfriends to help you out. What?
Yeah.
But make sure you don't spill all the details of the case to them, okay?
yeah.
Sure, no problem. My girlfriends everywhere.
Yagami-san.
Well, you two focus your efforts on the crowd support. I'll attempt a different approach. And what would that be? I'm going to reach out to Itakura-san's parents. They might be able to talk some sense into her. I see. Although it'll be bad if they get involved, if the police get involved.
Yes.
Well, I'll make sure to observe her parents' reactions as I speak with them. I'll only proceed if they appear to understand the situation. Alright, that sounds good. Well then. Off I go. Alright, I think it's time to check out the Neo Keihin gang's hideout I found when I was helping the robotics club. Pretty sure it was in the building on the East Churukame Highway with Yamakawa Tower sign. Okay. Yes, we will end our episode there for now. Dude, that was so epic though. Yes. It kind of felt like in Judgment, right? When we did all of the side cases and we had the side cases against the Keihin gang, the revenge of the Keihin gang. All of our friends were there, right? It's kind of feeling like that, but for this one it is much more because we did all of the clubs. Like how many clubs? 9 clubs, right? And seeing all of those characters that were there, it's pretty good, right? So let's finish this up, this MRC school story in the next episode. This is gonna be epic. So I'm just gonna see you then, guys. Bye bye.